The Young Reporters. What did you want to do when you did that?
So I wanted to change the way people looked at others with differences, because I wanted to change it to more of a positive view.
And when you were told you were one of those chosen three, what was that like?
It was amazing. We had a phone call and then they told me, and as soon as I put the phone down, I was running around the table. I couldn't sit still.
And tell us about the actual filming itself, because you did some of it yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a mini camera and I just took it around school with me, and it kind of showed my point of view on the world.
Yeah. And tell us what... I'm not going to pronounce what you have. You can tell me what it is. Go on.
Spondyloepiphyseal dysplasia congenita.
Right.
Which is normally known as SEDC. Okay.
And how does it affect you in kind of everyday life?
So there are quite some negatives, like when people you don't know come up to you, and they sometimes even talk to my parents because they don't think I can answer because I'm younger, which I'm not. But and they call me cute and pat me on the head,
which is annoying, is it?
Yeah.
And what about at school? What sort of issues do you face at school? We saw some of them in the film there, didn't we?
Yeah. So because I've just moved into the senior school, we have to kind of do it all again. So in the junior school we had steps, door handles, but now we've moved into a different building. We have to do all that again. So that's getting there at the moment. And then my friends all know, so they treat me like they're equal because they all know me.
But it's other people. Presumably, you go from primary school to secondary school, and there's a lot more people. Does that bring quite a lot more pressure for you as well?
A bit, but my dad's a teacher, so it helps, and my brother's in the same school, so that also helps.
Oh, it's nice to have a sibling in the same school as you. And watching your film, what do you want people to sort of learn? What do you want them to take away from watching it?
So I want them to take away that you shouldn't judge someone who has a physical difference or a mental difference, because they normally can do the same things as you can, and if they can't, then they will tell you, instead of you having to make assumptions and then maybe leave them out of things that they could do.
Okay, so what sort of things do you think you could get left out of, for example?
So like some games in PE, and things like some parties, if you have a swimming party, say, now there are two sides to this. They invite you, but you can't really go because either the pool's too deep, or you can't swim far enough, or something like that, or you can't go because of the same route, or they don't invite you.
But for those reasons?
Yeah.
Which makes you feel left out?
Yeah.
You talk about swimming. We've got a little treat for you today. Okay, you see that screen there? You look at that television camera there, because we've been telling a very special person about you and about your film, and she wanted to pass on this message for you. So have a little look.
Hey Zoe, it's Ellie Simmons here, and I heard you've done a piece for the BBC Young Reporter on what's it like living with dwarfism and raising awareness, and I think that's absolutely amazing. We need people like you going for it and just showing that you can do anything if you put your mind to it, and I think that's the message that I would just want to say. If you want to achieve something, just go for it and fully focus and just have fun and enjoy.
Well, that was a special message just for you. She's your hero, isn't she?
Yeah.
What's that like to hear that today?
That's amazing. Oh. I've met her once before when I went to the dwarf sports. So I've met her there, but that's amazing.
Oh, well, listen, we'll make sure that you can keep that message as well. So what do you want to do when you're a grown-up? What do you want to be doing?
I quite like the filming industry, so I kind of want to be a Blue Peter presenter.
Well, you've put out the advert, you've done an extremely good job.
I get the feeling you could probably do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Zoe. It's brilliant. Lovely to meet you as well this morning. Thank you so much for coming on.
Absolute pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much indeed. And yeah, I should really let you read this book. Shall I do it? Do you want to read it?
You can if you want.
You can do it if you want.
Shall I do it? You can find more stories about other young people on the BBC Young Reporter website by visiting bbc.co.uk. A young reporter. You can have my job, honestly. You're brilliant.
Okay, yeah.
maybe in a few years, you think. Lovely to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoe.